Primera parte, Ayato y Venti. Segunda parte, Ayaka sola.
It's so beautiful here.
¿Qué hace que hay aquí?
I've never seen before.
¡Ah, que viene Inazuma! Hola, what?
Curious about what interesting things you might see at the festival?
A signed first edition is going to become quite the collectible. I've got to get my hands on a copy.
I've been here since last
Chinkyu
night,
también.
so I figurine.
Estaba en una recogida de firmas, en plan, estaba firmando libros.
Arataki numero uno Ito challenge you to an all-out, no holds barred, anything goes duel.
It fails to fulfill the most crucial elements. Inspiration.
In that case, we'll need to order more dishes.
¿Qué hace Venti en Inazuma?
Greetings. Ayaka has mentioned you on numerous occasions. Delighted to make your acquaintance. I am head of the Kamisato clan, Kamisato Ayato.
Esto es grande. Me encanta cómo pega. O sea, tiene unas poses muy bonitas. Mira, mira cómo mola. Parece un ninja. Esta es la ulti, que es una lluvia de hilo. Nada, le tiro todas mis protos. Definitivamente. Definitivamente.
If my suspicions regarding the portal network
cima.
are correct, then the fact that there is a portal leading here tells us that the Abyss Order has their eyes on this location.
As the helitrils go in, they never emerge again. Everyone's driving themselves crazy worrying about it.
Maybe whatever's going on in the chasm really is connected to the Abyss Order.
Conectado a la espiral del abismo, o sea, a la orden del abismo.
A whole city that's floating in the air, upside down?
More than one kind of strange power exists here. That it's highly likely that even as we speak, the Abyss Order is watching our every move.
O sea, que va a tener misión tocha. La cima va a traer info muy tocha.
Huh? What's this?
Conversation's over. Brace yourselves.
Encumber us no more. Find a way.
¡Daislave! ¡Oh! ¡Daislave! Otra vez ya decía yo que estaba hablando de la Daislave, ¿o que sí? Daislave, primer código. ¡Hala! Nos meten a Daislave, ¡pum! Nos lo cortan. Nos dejan aquí con todo el rollo. No te creo, me ha hecho pauladito para que veáis. ¿Ven bien? Es un 5 al final. Oye, qué bueno. Daislave, chavales, viene Daislave. ¡Otra vez! ¡Uy! Esto no sé qué es, lo siento. Es que mirad cómo pega. Qué guapo, esa es la E, ¿vale? Y esta es la ultimate.
Most people hunker down against a strong headwind.
Oh, no wonder.
Rezumito.
That makes so much sense now. In all seriousness, though, I think that the passive talent it's really simple, but it's pretty interesting.
All right, so let's talk about how travelers can get Kamisato Ayato in the new version.
Yep, it's time to dive into the
Ahí
coming of
están.
vanishes.
Pues nada.
Ayato will be available for the earlier part of version 2.6.
Primera parte, Ayato y Venti.
Event wish.
Segunda parte,
At the same
Ayaka
time,
sola.
Venti will also be available via his own event wish called Ballad in Goblets. As for the new weapon event wish, travelers will see an all-new Inazuman 5-star sword called Haran Geppaku Futsu. So
Y el
be sure
arma
to
de
keep an eye
Ayato.
out for that as well. In version 2.6, Kamisato Ayato's very own story quest.
La misión de Ayato.
Cypress's Custos chapter will also be available for travelers to play through. All right, now that we've seen the new character coming
nueva
our way,
zona.
let's jump into the all-new
Encima.
area travelers will be able to explore in version 2.6. In our previous special program, we gave everyone a sneak preview of the new area.
A ver, si
called
tenéis ahora muchos protogemas y, por ejemplo, queríais tirar por Kokomi, pero estáis ahorrando para Kazuha, podéis tirar por Kokomi. Podéis tirar por Kokomi
Let's go.
porque Kazuha va a tardar una versión más, ¿sabéis? Va a avanzar mucho la historia del abismo encima. Sí, ha salido Dainslave. Tiene que avanzar sí o sí. Mira ese pilar, ¿eh? Me recuerda a la estatua de los 7 que estaba boca abajo.
While exploring the deep underground levels, travelers will need to use a
Esto es una
gadget
linterna,
called a
¿vale?
Lumenstone Adjuvant to aid them in exploration. This gadget will illuminate the
Al
darkness,
parecer,
allowing everyone to
si
explore
te pones esa
even the
linterna,
darkest
vas
of
iluminando
places.
la oscuridad. Mira, ¿veis que
Okay,
tenéis
so
como una
that'll be a
linterna?
little less scary then.
Travelers will be able to enhance the Lumenstone Adjuvant to increase its
Porque
capabilities.
al parecer es una mina y es una
Doing
zona
so
oscura.
will
Me hace
also allow
gracia
travelers to
la mecánica de la
explore more
linterna.
efficiently
Me
and
mola,
even
me
grant
parece
us a
guay, ¿no?
variety of rewards,
Aquí
including
podemos
a
subir de nivel la
4-star weapon
linterna
billet
y nos dan
and an
recompensas.
all-new name card.
Nice.
In the chasm, travelers will
Dos
also
nuevos sets de
discover a brand new
artefactos.
artifact domain called the Lost Valley. With version 2.6, the new Archon quest, Requiem of the Echoing Depths, will become available
Oh,
for
misión de
travelers to
Arconte con
continue their
Dainslave.
adventures.
Bienvenido,
Everyone
Dainslave,
who's
otra
been
vez.
following the
A ver qué
story
te
of
inventas
our
para contarnos que
favorite
saliste de
twins
allí
will
vivo.
definitely be
Con el ojo
excited
del
for this
labrador,
one,
que se lo
me
llevó.
included. Yes.
Protogemitas, segundo código.
Welcome back, everyone. Next, we'll be introducing a new event for everyone called Hues of the Violet Garden.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right. So,
Yeah, right.
as we mentioned at the start of the program,
Vale,
the
nos regalan un
festival will
Chinkyu.
take
Para los
place
que lo
in
tenemos
Inazuma.
C6, nos
The
comemos los
theme of this
mocos.
event goes hand in hand with the festival being organized by the Yashiro Commission. and
Protogemas,
Yaimiko.
coronitas, libros,
With the
talentos,
festival
cristales de
focusing
mejora de
on
armas y
culture
mora.
and creativity,
Y nos regalan a
travelers will
Chinkyu.
not only have the opportunity to meet
En el evento
guests sailing
principal.
from other nations, but also finally see some familiar faces again.
Oh, okay. I'm
Clico en
pretty
Yoimiya, ¿sabes?
interested
Yoimiya que
to
explota
see what
cosas
Yoimiya and
y
Clea
pone
are
fuegos
up to. That seems
artificiales,
like a
pues
pretty
Loki que también
interesting
explota
combo.
cosas.
Yeah, me too. I'm just excited to go around and see everybody.
Pero y Kokomi, a ver si Kokomi hace algo ya.
No.
Ito y toma. No sé qué pintar estos dos, pero me hace gracia.
And there may even be some unexpected
Kazuha God.
characters
Mira, los que
making
queréis a
an appearance.
Kazuha. Aquí lo tenéis.
So,
Para que os
travelers
deleitéis
will
la,
have
para
to
que os
wait and see
deleitéis
who
la
shows
vista.
up this time.
As we progress through the storyline, we'll have the opportunity to enjoy a variety of Iridori festival games. There are a total of 4 different kinds of event gameplay, so let's take a closer look.
¿Qué le pasa a
First,
Sayu? Está
we
tristona, ¿no?
have the moon and stars inscribe. Travelers will
Otra
be
vez el
embarked
evento
from
de las
Mondstadt in
fotos,
search of
pero en
inspiration
Inazuma.
among Inazuma's unique landscapes.
Este evento es repetido,
During the
chavales.
event, travelers can gain a poetic theme and take
Este
pictures
evento
based on
estuvo en
the hints
Monsters
to
sin
submit
Liyue,
to the
pero
commission.
con cosas
The
de
more
Monsters
pictures
sin
we
Liyue.
supply, the easier it will be for them to compose more
Tipo
lines of poetry.
albayas,
Travelers can then
lucetas,
choose the lines they
la flor de
prefer and
Venti,
help
cosas
complete
así,
the
¿sabéis?
composition.
All right, sounds easy enough.
Y ahora está en
I'm sure
Inazuma
our
con cosas de
travelers can
Inazuma.
handle this one.
In the all-new Theater Mechanicus Stage of Brilliance,
No te
each stage
creo.
will
La
have its
arena
own
mecánica
special
otra
stage
vez.
features. Travelers will need to work these features into their
Solo me
strategy
gustó la
to
primera
swiftly
arena
clear
mecánica.
each
La
challenge.
segunda me pareció un
What's
coñazo.
also different this time around is
Porque no
that
había que
travelers
pensar,
will
solo
need
había
to
que
equip
poner
wondrous sticks
ballestas.
before entering each stage. This will be a real test for our ability to make combinations. The game mode has also been streamlined to reduce the amount of time required to play. Upon entering a stage, travelers will find some mechanici that have already been placed. You may choose to modify or dismantle them, or build more mechanici around them to create optimum combinations that will swiftly handle enemies coming your way.
La ha tirado.
Our third event mode is called Clash of Lone Blades, which is an all-new challenge centered around sword fighting.
Ooh.
During the challenge, players will control the Traveler and will be unable to use their elemental skill and elemental burst, but instead can use an
What?
all-new
Ah,
parry
un evento de
Performing a
counters.
parry will allow you to take a defensive stance and reduce incoming
Es un evento de
damage.
meter counters,
Travelers may
chavales.
focus and
lo
master the
Beidou.
timing to perform a perfect parry,
¿Ves? Bloqueas counter
which
30
will
k.
give you the upper hand in the challenge.
Travelers will need to follow a florist's themes to create a specific
¿Qué es
floral
esto?
courtyard.
Ah,
The courtyard is
otro evento
comprised of
rerun.
different parts, with each part having
Evento de
different
crear
materials to choose
macetas.
from.
Este
After
ya estuvo en
completing a
Liyue.
beam, travelers may
No,
actually
no estuve en
use the
Liyue, estuvo
courtyard
aquí en
they receive
Inazuma.
and place it
Fue
in
en
the
Inazuma
serenity
cuando
pot.
estuvo aquí, el evento
Ikebana
este
is an art
rerun.
form, so when travelers
Que
are
nos dieron,
creating a
había
floral
3 maceteros y
courtyard,
teníamos que poner
they
3
need to
flores en
incorporate
los
their own
maceteros.
interpretation of beauty.
Que eran
So what
rosas,
you're
azules y
saying is,
amarillas.
if your courtyard is looking ugly, then you're probably
Pues
doing
ahora
it
hay
wrong.
que crear macetas, pero más elaboradas.
Ah, I see.
Nah, esto no tardas nada.
Speaking
Esto
of
entras,
Ikebana,
haces 4 clics y ya has
Ayaka
terminado,
is the
¿sabes?
sponsor behind the Ikebana event.
Version 2.6 will also be featuring an event for
Spice
travelers
from
who
the
enjoy
West.
spending time in the kitchen. The event is called Spices from the West. In this event, a person from Sumeru is visiting to do research on seasonings. She hopes to
Una
find
persona de
someone
Sumeru
who
nos
can
va a
help
visitar en
conduct
este
her
evento.
research by making seasonings according to recipes and taste test dishes using
Y va a
these
ser un evento de
seasonings.
cocina.
You know.
For
A
the
ver, este evento también es
ends,
nuevo, ¿no? Pero al
when you
final
begin
es
making
lo de
the
la cocina.
seasonings, the needle on the slider will move back and forth from edge to edge.
Al final este evento es como
Follow
cocinar,
the
¿no? En vez de
instructions
pulsar una
given
vez
on
para
the
crear un plato,
recipe
hemos pulsado
and
3
press the
veces para
button
meter
as the
3
needle
ingredientes,
points
¿no?
to the
Pero ya
corresponding
está.
ingredient to add them to the pot. Travelers may invite characters to taste test the fragrant dishes in their Serenity Pod to
O sea, que
increase their
podemos llevarle a que
companionship
prueben
XP. Just keep
a
in
la
mind that the
relajatetera los
characters'
platos.
personal preferences also vary.
Okay.
That's right. It'll be the
Podemos
perfect
darles de comer
opportunity to
a
test
los-
how well travelers
a los
really know
personajes
their
de la tetera.
characters.
Yeah.
Pues bueno, si me das protos, pues vale, si no, no sé, ¿sabes?
In version 2.6, we will be receiving a new
eventos.
challenge event called Vibro Crystal Research. We find a researcher from Fontaine on the outskirts of the chasm
Este evento es en
studying
la
the
cima.
harmonic motion transmitted between gems known as vibro crystals. Sure thing. So, after the player configures their own vibro crystal setup, they will obtain different combat buffs.
Okay.
Transmitter crystals govern the triggers for the buff effects, and receiver crystals will trigger the buffs.
Evento de
once the
combate con
conditions are
bufos. Nada que no hayamos visto ya,
This
chicos.
all sounds very scientific.
El tomito.
Did you pull that out of your sleeve
He
again?
still has boba?
I always have boba.
Why aren't you sharing?
Es tipo abismo,
Because
pero
this is
con
my
bufos, ¿sabes? Dos equipos de 4
You can
personajes,
still
les pones
share.
bufos.
We'll see.
As well as different vibro crystal
Es
sets.
abismo total.
Of course, the game will also
Ala,
provide some
toma por culo.
trial characters to help everyone complete
The
the
cameras
Una
take
mujer
pictures of
llamada
scenery in
Asagiri,
different
de
nations as
Inazuma,
inspiration for her illustrations.
Parece tener
Seems
problemas
like the
con algo.
traveler has
Este es otro
literally
evento.
gained the
Shapes for
O sea,
inspiration.
habrá 2 eventos de fotografía,
Sounds
el de
pretty
especialidades de Inazuma y este que es de
You would
paisajes,
know
¿no?
about being
Este
elegant.
imagino que puede ser más interesante que el de las
This event
especialidades.
will definitely be on the more relaxing
Ah, pero están
side of
Muchas.
things. What could be better than exploring and
Ah.
earning primo
Y
gems?
nos ponen 2 eventos de fotografía
Oh,
juntos.
yeah.
Ah, mira.
And travelers will
Oye, está
definitely
guapo, pueden
find a
salir imágenes
ton of
chulas de
great
aquí,
photo
¿no?
spots to remember in the process.
And finally, in addition to all the events we've already
And
mentioned,
finally-
Leyline Overflow will be returning once again for version 2.6.
After the update, travelers will be able to tap and hold on the icons of the characters in their party to quickly bring
Vale,
up
que han
the party
mejorado
setup menu.
para cambiar los equipos. Esto me parece
So it'll
muy
be way
bien.
easier for the mobile players to
O sea, cuando
open up
pulsas
their
la
party
L para
setup
cambiar
and
los
do some
equipos,
Yeah, totally.
bueno, en el mando no sé qué
Also,
botón será,
there
pero
will
bueno,
be
cuando
multiple
entras al
improvements coming to the
cambio de
tutorials
equipos,
archive
ahora es más
system,
rápido.
making it easier for travelers to reference.
Ahí está. Tercer y último.